Hello and welcome again to the Code Maven channel. My name is still Gabor Sabu. And hi, Mark. How are you?
Hi, good. Nice to see you again.
And nice to see you again. Yes, indeed. And we are going to continue with this project of the course management application. And I don't remember anything anymore. It has been such a long time ago. Do you remember what we were doing?
Well, there's always git log to tell us.
Okay. Shall I share? Will you share? How should it work?
You go ahead.
I do?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you like. Share screen. This is the screen. And here we are. Git lg. To do. That was the last thing that I committed. Test
Okay,
upload.
well,
Note the temp directory is not relative to the home directory. Ah, yeah, I remember now that we had some issues. And then after we finished the video, I managed to fix it. But now the application is broken. The test is passing now, the application is broken. I think I can show you how on why. Where is it? Do you remember? Let's try this one. Where is the upload?
Upload was in course management controller course.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And there is another guest, Mohan. Hi. Just reminder everyone who is here that you can write in the chat, and you're most welcome to write us in the chat. Controller course, right?
Yep.
And then we'll try to answer here, or you can help us figure out whatever we are trying to do. So here's the thing that was broken. Here in this code, we took the home directory from the application.
Yes.
And then now I'm trying to remember what was the thing.
Well, if you're talking about
test upload. So
even though we're detecting the home directory, we're not doing anything with it to set the upload when we're setting the upload directory.
So
we're just getting it from the config.
That's now.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't like that. This is what it was. Okay?
Right.
And this worked in the application when the application is running. Okay. And in the test, we provided a relative directory, and that's the reason it broke in the test. Right. Now I changed it to assume that we are in a directory path. So now the test works, but I assume that the application won't because it's not relative to the home directory.
That's right. So okay, what we need to do is concatenate the or use upload dir as a child of the home directory.
So
right.
The upload dir now I don't remember. Yeah. Okay. So that's the to-do that I added.
Right.
So we shouldn't rely really in the root directory. We should take all the time from the config directory, right?
Yeah. Unless that, but the point that double slash there is if the config isn't set.
Then I would say now I think that we should just stop working. To say we can't do this.
I'm sorry, what do you mean?
If there is no upload directory defined in the configuration, then just don't allow upload. Say that the upload failed.
Okay.
Let's not guess what is the upload directory.
Okay, that sounds fine.
So where do we have the upload dir? It's in the test. It's we set to the configuration file, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a temporary directory.
Right.
And here we don't need this anymore.
Right.
Right. And
we don't need the home directory anymore either.
And then we won't need the home directory anymore. Right. Okay. And we can
and we should
can say if it's not there, if not defined, right? Upload dir. Then we got give some error message.
Right.
And we can also say if it's not a directory, we can also give an error message. Right?
Yeah, yeah. How would we do that? Would we pass it to path and
what is this path? This is the Mojolicious path, right?
yes.
So mojo file. Let me try to mojo file. Pass. And then X name exists. Oh, we have many guests. Welcome to the guests. You're welcome to write us in the chat. I don't know what can it do. What is this pass? So
we could just use the regular Perl operators for checking to see if it exists.
Yeah, so we can say if not -d upload dir. That's another error. And we can also check if it's writable and whatnot, but that's enough.
Okay.
So how do we get a given error message? It's an internal error, basically.
Right. Well, we can
give
we're still going to be doing, we're still going to return with self render. We're just going to, I don't know if you want to set a an error code or not.
Yeah, I thought it can even be a 500. I have no idea, right?
Mm-hmm.
That I mean, this shouldn't happen in the end. It's just some precaution in order to, if we forget the configuration or if the test is not. I don't know if you really need to invest in that.
Right.
We can use the stash to store the error message and display it in the template. Yeah, but we don't. Do we have a render? Can we tell render what template to use?
Hold on a sec. I'm looking. Yeah, you can just give it a template value.
So we had these ones.
Yeah, you have message, but you can also say template and give it a scalar to point it at the right template.
Okay, let's try this. So we would say here self.
Well, you'd say return self render.
Yeah. Return self render, and then here we put the name of the template.
No, you just say you do template fat comma.
Mm.
And then the name of the template,
which would be just like error. And where do I put here? Here, just plain templates.
Yeah, it's error dot whatever.
.html.ep, right?
Yeah, .html.ep. I'm not sure if you need to put that in the courses directory or not, but we'll find out.
Okay. So if now t upload and we don't have upload dir. Okay, let's try this one. Proof minus lt upload. What happens now? I already told to all of my other partners that I just upgraded my computer and wiped out basically everything, the Perl installation directory, everything. So I need to install stuff. Okay, so we get error from template.
Oh, there are.
Okay, so this worked. This is what we get. So I can create a subtest.
Right, but it looks like there's another. I'm looking at the Mojolicious rendering guide, and there's a different technique for rendering error pages.
Okay.
So I'm pasting that into the chat for you. No, they're using Mojolicious Lite, but I think we can translate.
Stop die internal error. Intentional error. well, we can just call die, of course.
Right. So they've got templates, built-in templates for not found and exception, and we could maybe just reuse those.
Okay. So should I just call die?
Yeah.
And then we can create an exception, properly written exception, whatever. Okay.
Yeah, and that would be a lot easier to test too.
Okay, but let me write a test that should fail. So upload no upload deal. Okay, so we have this everything, we're logging in, and then we are trying to upload. And I guess this one should somehow fail, but this one should pass. Okay, so now I just returned back the test case that has the upload directory, and here one that doesn't have an upload directory.
Right, but that post OK is going to succeed because we're still sending back a template with a status of 200.
Okay. That's okay. That's okay. So now what are we expecting here? For 500?
Yeah, if you want, we can change that if you want, but let's set it to 500.
Okay, and then now you're saying that here, instead of this, I should just call die upload directory not configured. Okay, and then let's see what happens now. Still everything looks fine. Post OK, upload. And this is how we print out the content, right?
Yep.
Well, it didn't die, right? Or no, this is the error message. This is the error page of
that's the default error page for Mojolicious.
Yeah, it's just not 500 apparently. You know, it is an error message here. Upload directory not configured.
Yep.
So we can.
I would. How about this? It looks like dying doesn't throw a 500 error. If we want it to, like Curious Technoid is saying, we can set the status code ourselves if we want. Do this.
Okay.
Go back to the upload thing. Instead of doing die, do return self reply exception. Now hold on. We're not going to render anymore.
Oh, okay. So I'll return.
return self, arrow reply, arrow exception, and then parentheses, and in there put the message we want to send out. So upload directory not configured. And then arrow again.
Here?
Yep, there. Rendered, rendered. And then in parentheses, put the error code you want.
Okay.
Now we got a 500 error.
It looks like. Were we expecting a 500?
Yeah, that's what we just sent out when it doesn't have an upload directory configured.
Yeah, I was just checking if in the past I really put 500 there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And you can change the template of that page if you want, if you don't want to use the default Mojolicious one.
Actually, so this is now the default Mojolicious page?
It's the default Mojolicious exception page, yeah.
Okay, but we can override that in any case, right?
Yes, we can. We can make our own template if we want.
Yeah, okay. But for now, it's okay.
Okay. We can even make separate templates for development and production so that the development one will give a lot more information for help in development, but production won't expose anything.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to do that now? So we don't need this one. We don't need this one. And we could turn this around if you prefer.
Turn it around, say return if. Sure, why not?
Yeah, you like that.
I do like me postfix on flow control.
And then we can have another one here.
And get rid of those semicolons. Upload directory doesn't exist or is not a directory.
Okay. Good. Hopefully this still works. Okay, so now we have a test for the upload, and hopefully, and we should try now that it really works also in the web, in real world. Mm-hmm. So I don't even remember anymore how we run this. So they need to read Docker compose. Okay,
oh, we're doing this in Docker now, huh?
Yeah. So we have this one. And this is, I mean, it's not a huge issue to have the Docker compose because you only have a web interface. Actually, I have another project now that I'm working on. The one that I mentioned, I work with Upasana as well. Mm-hmm. It's a Python project. And there we already have 3 containers because a web, a database, and a cron job.
Oh, okay.
So now we have this one, but it's not this one. It's, I don't remember. Docker compose override. That's not the one. Docker compose. It's port 3001. Localhost 3001. And what was this? It was just very slow.
Slow?
I click on this. Yeah. Wow. I don't know what's my computer might be doing something other things that. I don't know. My computer is really busy. I think it's the video recording.
Oh, yeah, that
Zoom,
would do it.
the Zoom and the video recording. So I guess that's. But this is what we see.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, okay. So let's say we have. What is this?
It looks like a different thing.
Yeah,
we're working
totally
on.
different something. Let's move it some other place. Sorry. I'll just find something that's not, make sure that less things are. Okay, we are back here. I can take the README file.
Okay.
And now upload. And yes, we got upload directory not configured.
There
Nice.
you go.
That's good. Now let's configure it. So where do I configure it?
Yeah, that's it.
And is it enough? I don't know.
I think so. Are we now we might need to set that to be an absolute directory because we're not doing that direct relative to home anymore.
Yeah. So we get the same error, but I don't know if this is because we didn't reload the thing.
Yeah, I don't think Morbo reloads in case the config changes. I think it just reloads in case a template or a module changes. There you go.
So now it says uploaded. And here we have the a.txt, the famous a.txt.
Yep.
And we have the README file in there. So yes, it's a lovely thing.
Because Docker wrote it there.
Yeah. Okay, good.
By the way, when I'm using Docker at work, I didn't need to specify the Docker compose file explicitly. It just found it. Is that
It's because, so yeah, and that's I haven't figured out 100% that, but the idea what we do here is that we have two Docker compose files. We have the Docker compose that is for production, and then override that adds some extra, and this
right?
Extra so now you said that you had you also have that, right? And
yes, I do, and I don't need to put that Docker compose -f option in there. It just picks them up. I can just do Docker compose up, and it picks up both Docker compose and Docker compose override.
I don't know.
Give it a try. Just do Docker compose up.
So now we are supposed to be able to see this page. Welcome to the course management app. And if I now edit this template main welcome, is this page? Yeah.
Yes.
This won't reload because it's a template, right?
I think it give it a try. I think it does.
Well, oh, and then so this didn't reload. What if I save now? And so it doesn't reload because
it's still thinking. Wait a minute. Oh.
No. I think it doesn't see the change because it's not mounting the directory. But let's see. Docker compose with override. Okay, maybe the file name needs to be different. No. All definitions of Docker compose will be used. All definitions that are also defined in Docker compose .override. Okay, it says .override.
Oh, we didn't have it the right name.
We have a we have a dash there.
Okay, so let's change it.
But wait a second. Then it means that in production I have to explicitly say not to use the override, right?
Or you
don't upload it.
Don't upload it. Put it in your git ignore or something like that. We have it in our git ignore at work. So you can have user specific Docker compose overrides, and they don't go into our repo.
That might be a good idea. So before further playing with that, git diff course management. Why is it even there? Oh, because we have it committed now. Git diff lib. Okay. Git status, git diff t. Upload, git add, git status, git diff templates. That's not relative.
We don't need that. That was just we can revert that.
And but we need this. No, we don't need the error template either.
No, we're not going to be. Well, we'll have a different template.
We can create separate one, but for now we don't need it. So git check in require the upload dir in the configuration file. Give error message if does not exist. Okay, so now move what was this? Move docker compose override docker compose, and here this is a dot, and now I run docker compose up, and if everything works fine, then it's now. So now we know that the other one was showing the main page. We weren't logged
right.
in.
Well, we weren't in /course that time. We were just in localhost 3001.
Oh, okay. but because we are not logged in, whatever.
Oh, we have a redirect, don't we?
Because of the login.
Right.
Bye. That's not good. Oh,
there we go. Just give it a sec.
Yeah, it's a little bit lazy today. Slow. Template, main, welcome.
Yay! Now it's mounted.
Get status. Okay, so now in the README,
we don't need any of that extra noise. We can just say Docker compose up.
Yeah.
One of the things that they hold on a second. One of the things that web page you were looking at suggested is when you're committing things out to something for distribution, you have a Docker compose override YAML example, and individual users will copy that to their override YAML file. See where it says create the header there?
Yeah.
Says,
yeah, we can do that. So we move it further, right?
mm-hmm. Well, they put example at the end, but whatever you want to do.
We
Okay.
say git ignore this one.
Yep.
We put in the README the opposite of this.
Well, they wouldn't want to do it with they wouldn't want to do it with Git. They would just do an MV.
No. Yeah, sure.
They would do a copy, not a Git MV.
Like this, right?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so.
But now we have to do that copy ourselves for our stuff to work. Here we go.
Okay.
Now we've got a bit cleaner Docker setup.
Okay. Bit by bit learning about stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So we know that the upload works. We know that we were able to test it. Now we probably want to put it in the right place, the Docker, the upload.
Yep.
We might want to also verify the name of the file, or we already have a default file name. I don't remember. So we can have a default file name for each exercise.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, we would organize it by exercise and also by user, right?
The uploaded files.
Yeah.
So at one point people were asking me in this course, okay, what should be the name of the file? And then they used some other name, students. But when they upload the file, it doesn't matter how they code it, we can call it our name. And so we could say in the configuration, we could say, okay, this is the exercise, this is the name of the file that's going to be
right
after upload.
That's a good idea. Let's make that a per exercise setting.
So
maybe with a reasonable default.
So I'm not sure that it's the only problem, but the problem that I can see that maybe some exercises will need several files. And then we can have this a list files.
Yeah, we can make a list. Yeah, that's going to be an array though. Yeah, you got it. Or we could, the question is, when they upload it, how do we determine which file?
We give the list. We give them a list. Okay, these are the files you have to upload, and then we can have several of these entries, and we say, okay, this is a hello world file. So we already show them that you have to upload hello world.pl and hello world.txt, let's say.
Okay.
So instead of right now we have one upload thingy. Okay.
Would it be simpler to just instruct them to upload an archive, like a zip file or something?
My experience is that whatever instruction you give them, they will randomly do something else.
Fair enough.
So
people don't read.
People don't read. People misunderstand what we are saying to them, and at the end, I would like to reduce my extra work here. So I won't have to, I don't know, find.
Right. So you don't have to do as much bookkeeping. I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. So if you're going to present, so continuing on with the theme of people don't follow instructions, let's say you give them, let's say you give them a place where they can upload multiple files. What if they don't follow that? What if they upload the text file where you told them to upload the Perl file and vice versa?
We can, I mean, I can just click then incorrect upload.
Okay, well, we'll figure that out. Okay.
It could be also partially automated. I mean, we can add all kinds of tests here, theoretically, that will automatically test the uploaded file. It just have to be secure.
Yeah. I'm very wary of test executing something that people can upload.
Well, sure. I mean, it can be done securely, like every other CI system does. But okay, so just Manish is asking about if there are going to be separate directories per user. Yes. So
definitely.
Each user will have behind the scenes, they won't know about it, their own directory. They don't need to know about it. They just have their account there and then upload some stuff, and we'll have a per course directory, I guess, and then inside per user directory, and inside a per project or per exercise, I guess, directory, or maybe not, because if we can ensure that each exercise has separate, the file names are all different in a course, and we can ensure it if we look at this, we can verify it in the configuration file, then we can also have everything in the same directory per user.
Sure. Now you're making sure if somebody else is going to use this application, that they have to be careful enough not to duplicate file names in different
we can verify that,
exercises.
so the system can verify that for them.
Okay, I'm just thinking of all the ways it could go wrong.
Yeah, I don't have high hopes that other people will use this, but who knows? So here we have another one. This, let's see. It's rectangle, not rectangular, huh?
It's REC.
But it's what I'm saying is that it's rectangle, not rectangular, like I have it here.
I don't know. I don't know what if it's supposed to be rectangular or rectangular. They're both words.
Oh, they're two different things?
Well, rectangular is the adjective form of rectangle. So you'd say something is rectangular.
Okay.
As opposed to something is a rectangle.
So this is a rectangle. Okay, it doesn't matter. Let's just have it here.
Okay.
I think I got it fixed in my Python course, because someone told me to fix it, and then the Perl course, no one told me to fix it. So exercise test blocks Perl, and we also have a test blocks Perl YAML file. Good. And here,
sure, that we have it twice. That's it. That we just made another course with the same exercises.
Yeah, that's okay. In separate courses, the same file can be same exercise. Yeah, well, whatever.
So we're going to have the subdirectories are going to be like course. You're going to have course directories inside of which are user directories, inside of which are exercise files. Okay.
Yeah, it sounds okay for now.
You have to do prove L. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, just wanted to make sure that no other things broke. So we have this, and we have the a.txt, and now we can actually, instead of a.txt, well, first of all, we probably want to now show this upload page per exercise, not just a generic upload. So actually, what do we have here? The ID. What is this ID?
That's the ID of the course.
Okay. And then we also need a user. Oh, we don't have the user here, I think.
No, we don't. And
we are not
we would
limiting
get that.
this.
We would get that from the session, right?
Yeah, but I think we are still not limiting it. Protected. No, it's already protected. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Question: do you want to that that upload thing is for handling the actual uploads that come in? Do we want to change the template that gets put out so that they have blanks to upload each file? Because right now it's just a generic upload button. Do you know what I'm asking? Right now, when you go to an upload page for a course, it's just upload.
Yeah, I think but it's just enough because now we have an upload page, a specific page for upload. What we probably will have, let's see, let's log in and see how does it look like now, because I don't remember anymore. So we have a user called Gabor@codemaven.com, right?
Yep.
Gabor@codemaven.
Spell your own name right.
Hmm?
You have it, Gabro.
It's also slow. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
All right, now check the logs for the UUID.
Okay, so let's say I go to this advanced course. Once my computer is ready to do this. And then here, so what is this link? This goes to already to the exercise.
Yeah, that goes to the web page that we set up in the config.
Yeah.
But we only have one upload button, and we need an upload button per file configured for that exercise, right?
Yes, yes. So I was thinking we will have I guess we'll have to loop through the setup to get the files that need to be uploaded and display those many number of upload forms. No.
Yes.
Yes, and that's what I was wondering. We'll have here a list of exercises, and then we'll have I mean, in either case, it will be a little bit inconvenient to the users to upload like one by one these files.
Yeah, that's why I was suggesting that they upload a zip file or something.
Zip file. Yeah, I guess so, but
then you have the same problem you had before where they name them wild things inside the zip file.
Yeah, I mean, we can write the verification there and say and tell them, okay, I unzip the file. I found these files in there. These one match exercises, these one don't match exercises. And reject the upload if
reject the upload if they don't have the right names inside the zip file. And
yeah, if there's a spelling mistake, so upload it again. I mean, someone has to fix it, right? No, I mean,
yeah, it comes down to somebody's got to do the work. Are you either the student has to make sure that the file names are right, or you're going to have to do it once you get it?
I have a suggestion. You get a form, okay? So we have they uploaded the files. Then you show them the names of the files, and next to them you show them the correct names of the files. I mean, you don't know what are the correct, because if you knew that, then but then you let them on the UI edit the files, and alternatively they can say, okay, I give up 2 points from my grade, but I want to keep the name of the file incorrectly. That would be a nice way to tell them, okay, look, this thing has value.
Yeah, or just put a.
You charge them for renaming files.
Yeah, just put a note there. If you don't follow the directions, we knock 2 points off your grade.
Yeah. I don't know.
This is your course. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, I have this is, I think the next year is going to be the first year actually that I'll have to grade them with a score, I mean a grade. So far it was just pass, fail. Okay. And that's horrible. The pass fail is also horrible. And I have no idea how I'm going to grade them, because that's also horrible. But the pass fail is like, okay, so there's someone in the course who's doing like less than I mean really little. Mm. At what point should I fail? And if they write 2 more lines properly, that's already okay. But how do I make it like? Yeah. So what you're basically saying is what earlier you wrote, that give them a list of the files to be uploaded. And wait a second, you think each one has a button?
Yeah, that's what the guy in chat is saying. One button per file.
I mean,
yeah, we'll generate the upload. Yeah, the upload buttons will have the file name that we're expecting, and that'll be generated from the config. What do you think?
Me, I think it sounds okay.
You're the customer.
I think it's okay. It's gonna be long, because how many exercises I have? 50. I have about 50, maybe 80 exercises.
Okay.
It's okay. Big file. Big page.
Okay.
And I mean, next to, so we'll have like, this is the name of the file that you have to upload here. So we'll say this file name, and then browse button, and then
the upload button.
Upload button.
Mm-hmm.
And when they select this here, the file selected might say a different name, because that's the original name of the file, what they will see here.
Right. Well, that's determined by the browser.
Yeah, and that's the. Oh, it's okay. And then we can have like, okay, this is the name of the test, the exercise, and then inside the exercise. So this is a table like exercise, and then in the exercise, next to the exercise, there might be one or more of these buttons.
Right. Or a nested unordered list.
Or underneath somehow, yeah. Okay, let's try to do this.
Okay, so let's go to the exercises page. or the exercises method in the control, or you want to do the not course list courses, list exercise. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, so here we have a list of exercises. Actually, I think if I go back one page, and this one here, we have 2 exercises.
Yeah.
Okay. And maybe I even further change this. So this rectangle will also have another file here. So we can see that as well. Okay. And then now we can have.
We'll have another unordered list, and then inside of that, a for loop.
So here inside, right?
Mm-hmm.
And another and it says class uploaders. And another for loop inside. And this one for each exercise.
Well, no, this is going to be for each file.
Each file, yeah, sure, sorry. Each file. In
whatever inside of exercise, it's inside of exercise.
That's but my exercise. Okay, this is okay. So we have dollar
exercise,
and then there was some name files,
right?
And this is an array.
Mm-hmm.
And now we have a file, and we have list item here.
Yep.
List item, and for now it is equal to dollar file. So this should be able to list the.
Yep.
Okay.
Good job.
Good.
And now we want to put upload forms for each one.
Yeah, and I guess we can have something here like upload something that embed. I just copied it, move it here. Like this. Okay, and probably it will need some extra parameter. It looks horrible.
What do you mean it looks horrible?
Okay, looks fine.
Whatever. I'm not a designer.
So what happened now? It takes some time. Okay. And then we can click and upload. And then at this point, probably it should, I mean, the person will come and select many of these.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe we should have only one upload button.
Oh, I don't know how to do.
Because
I don't
what
know
they
how to
will
do that.
But what they will do, so either this or the page shouldn't refresh when they click upload, because they will select several files, click on one upload, and then they will get really, really angry, and rightfully.
Right. I don't know how to do a multi-file upload.
Yeah. but we didn't know how to do upload of one file either, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we have still hope, I think. It doesn't have to be. I mean, it can be that we have like one for each one, but then it shouldn't. It should be JavaScript then. So behind this, it should be like front end. This one sending the upload command to the back end, and then showing some sign here that's done. Or
all right. Well, that's beyond me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, we could learn together, but
well, let's try. So what if we go with the one upload button way? Okay, let's go with that. Then this whole thing should look differently, right? Then it should be a form. That's gonna be really hard. A hidden, which is the ID, which is fine, but the file, then we'll have each one of them will have a file. And what is how is it our source code? How will we recognize which one is which? That's my question now. How do we know which it's the upload? It's called upload because it's this. Okay, so that's fine.
Right.
By the name, what we can do? What Manish? Yeah. Yeah, I agree that the form has to be at the beginning. I just wasn't sure how we will recognize which browse corresponds to which file. But this upload part, this is the name. Okay, so this file, this is the input, and this word upload here, this is, I assume, this word here. So that's the ID that you're talking about. I don't want to rely on the file name they give, okay? I don't know, I guess we get it, but I don't want to rely on it because, well, right, yeah. So instead of upload here, what we'll have is we are going to have the names of the files. So here, this is what I'm saying. A form is outside. The hidden ID is the course ID, so it's outside. The upload can be, let's say, at the top, at the bottom as well. Doesn't matter. The end of the form can be at the end. That's so far okay. And then we have this input field for each one of them. And here we have the file name. Okay. So now we have an even uglier page, but that's fine. And now in the upload part here,
oh, is that what we're going to do? Okay, so the submit button's going to be outside of that loop. Okay.
This is how I did it so far. I put everything here. We can also have an upload button at the bottom for fun. I mean, it might be a long page.
Okay. Are we? Do you want an upload for the entire page or an upload button per exercise?
No, I saw enter the whole page.
Okay.
I mean, Right. So that's a good question. But that's actually a brilliant question. What should the user see? So here, the user should see the status of their exercise. So there, it will be seen something like this. This exercise was submitted, or this exercise was also accepted by the teacher. Okay, so I didn't think about that earlier, but this is basically where we can provide that information, right?
Right.
So, and we can also eliminate the upload button. So about the deadlines in a second. We can eliminate the browser button on the exercises that were already submitted and accepted. And the rest can be resubmitted. That's a question. That's a question. Yeah. Manish, Mohan, whatever, whoever is, they are writing, like several people writing. This goes so fast that I don't see who is writing. Like 3 of them are writing, and you as well. Okay. So, but like it's a little bit harder for me to see. Maybe you can put pictures there, and then it's gonna be easier. Anyway. My suggestion would be that you go and open issues with your ideas. Okay.
Yeah. We have a
that
GitHub
would be
repo.
nice. Okay, so let me get you the GitHub subgub course, something like this. Okay, so this is the page, and you're really welcome to open issues with these ideas, because, well, they are nice. And you are also welcome to work on the project when we are not doing it live, right? And send in pull requests. Anyway, what the idea is somehow to show them, and then maybe then it can be that the button is disabled when the exercise was accepted. Maybe it's not disabled, or it's just like harder to upload, because just telling them, okay, you don't need to upload anymore. That's one thing. The other thing is there can be a deadline. There is a deadline, theoretically. In fact, it was a little bit flexible up till now.
Okay.
But this whole, so when I started to teach at this research institute, the Weizmann Institute, the first time I taught, there was no requirement to the course. People just showed up. They didn't even have to show up. They just registered and they got pass. And then that was the first time I ran this course. And then the students complained that some other students, they didn't even show up and they got the grade. So we started to require participation.
Okay.
And then exercises. And now they are going to get grades as well. So it's like slowly we are getting to.
This is going to be a real course at some point.
At one point, yes. I mean, I'm not really used to this, because I usually teach at high-tech companies where they don't get grades. Their managers usually pull them out in the middle of the course, because now they have some, I don't know, whatever other things to do. And then of course, they can't come back.
I see.
I even had courses where people got picked up out from the course and got fired.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Okay, these people won't come back. Don't wait for them. It was a bit sad, but yeah, they had to let go of quite a few people from that company back then. Anyway, so we are now here. We have this thing here, and where is the source code? So now the name is the file name that we have.
Right.
Instead of the word upload. So when we are looking for here it still says upload. So now we need to go over. I guess we need to go over for dollar file in all the exercises and do this whole thing for each of them where there is something here.
Right.
How do we know if there is something? I guess if upload, something like this, right?
Yeah.
And then here, instead of the child is going to be
file.
No, this is the file. This is the file.
Okay, so that'll be, we'll have to, the exercise name possibly converted into a some sort of friendly path.
Okay.
Because right now, our exercise names have spaces and other stuff in them.
Well, they have the title and they have a URL.
Yep.
We can use the URL. The last part of the URL.
Okay, what if that's the same? What if you have the same thing per course?
Like this can't be the same because this is the URL. This can only be the same if this is different.
Okay. All right. If it's as long as you're organizing things consistently per URL, I think you're okay.
Yeah, I think so. More or less. I mean, we can take the last two part.
Manish is suggesting we just add an ID for each exercise.
Yeah, we can do that. We could do that as well. Okay, it's here, but I think the URL is already an ID. It's a good ID. And at least for me, right now, I mean, the URL and get rid of all the special characters, or replace them with something.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, for me, I have like everything is under slides, and then there are this Perl and Python and whatnot. But then sometimes I might have a course where I have some slides from Perl and some slides from Python. I can't really imagine right now such a course, but there could be.
Sure, yeah.
Like a course for write hello world in 7 different languages. And and then each one of going to be like exercise hello world. But then if some other people use this same thing, then let's just use full URLs as file names. I mean, okay. Directory names, and well, except of so this is how we convert it, right? So how do we convert Where is the URL? Okay, wait a second. Let's go over for in all the exercises. But it's actually 2 loops, right? Because we go over all the exercises. So here's the course config. Here's the course.
Right.
ID if not course. And this course is like the whole hash, right?
Yep.
So it should have exercises, and then they should have files. So
yep.
for my exercise in course, what was that? Exercises, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then for file in.
Well, no. In course exercises. Oh yeah, you're right. Okay. And then for file in each exercise for the file in each exercise's files.
Yeah. So this is going to be another exercise files.
This is why I really like the postfix dereferencing that they introduced a couple versions ago.
Yeah, I don't know what is that really.
Basically, instead of dereferencing on the left, you dereference on the right. You put another arrow and then @ star or something like that.
Would it work here?
Yeah, delete that. And instead of that brace there, put arrow @ star.
Wow.
That's I forget. Let me hold on a second.
Okay.
I was just little preview for Tuesday. I was just writing about this. As long as you're using it became experimental in 520 and it was moved to core in 524.
Okay.
I don't know if that looks if you, it's your choice. You can spell it whichever way you want. Just might want to be consistent.
Yeah. I'll just want to see if it works. I guess it works. Okay, but
Okay, you're old school. I get it.
I'm very old school. Exercise name, exercise URL.
We'll have to transform that.
What do how do I convert this? What do I want to convert from here? Replace remove the HTTPS whole beginning part.
I mean, you could just
replace
anything that's not a word character, turn it into an underscore or something.
Yeah. I would say I need just the colons and the slashes.
Yeah.
And the rest are okay.
Sure.
So substitute the semicolons, no, the colons and the slashes, if they have many of them, into an underscore globally. And then that would be the exercise name. Okay, now it's perfect. Does it work? Okay, so we have a.
It's still loading.
Is it?
Yeah, I still see in Firefox there. I still see the little back and
Yeah,
forth.
blah, 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 blah. Working on it. Really, really hard. Wow.
We're also going to need to, Curious Technoid says we're going to
No,
need the same regex
no,
in the template, right?
because no, because from there we only get the names of the files, and the file names are okay. So the file name, right?
Okay.
Or so I hope. You know,
we got a lot of moving parts here. Is it still running? Is the Docker container still running?
Compilation failed. Of course it doesn't work. Global symbol dollar file somewhere. I don't have file. I forgot to edit mile, I guess.
We've got a lot of things going on here. Yeah, we forgot my. It said something about how dir masks an earlier declaration.
No, that's just that. Don't worry about that. Where did you say that?
Okay.
That's just because of the older. No. So the first one is the Docker Compose override.
Okay.
And the second one is the README. And what happened now? Well, we have an extra file here.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, I didn't.
You didn't upload all the files, and so it probably put an empty file there for rectangle YAML.
But why? That looks fine, I guess. Rectangular PL. That's the README. And the YAML is an empty file.
Yep.
But why did it do it? Here, it should have recognized that there is no. So it didn't recognize.
Right, an upload object can be empty, I guess.
So
we're going to need to check to see if there's anything in there.
How do we log? I already forgot. Or we didn't log.
We're not logging anything with uploads.
No, at all. We don't have. No, it is.
Oh, we can. The upload object has a size method if we want to check that.
But doesn't have anything like, okay, what's.
And it also has. It also has a file name and headers and name and stuff like that. It's called Mojo Upload.
Okay, so we check if there is a name.
Or we check if there's a size.
Okay. Where did I put a log this thing? I just commented here. Okay. What did I do now? Okay. Need light here. So this upload info, upload. Okay.
So let's see, what are we doing here?
I'll just put the logging and checking now here if upload and upload size.
Okay.
And only then I'll try to save it.
Okay.
I guess I can click on upload again here, right?
Sure.
What could go wrong?
Plenty. Look,
Yeah.
now we don't have that empty file anymore.
Yep. Looks good. Tests are failing now, though.
Oh, definitely.
But, well, that's not that surprising.
Because we're not writing to a fixed file name anymore.
Yes, and yeah, and we haven't dealt with that part. So let's do that. Let's also update the tests. And that would be, oh, and by the way, just I wanted to check the upload here. So it says hello world 58 rectangle and rectangle YAML. So it knows that this is the file name exists.
Yep.
Because this is the name that we give it to.
Yep.
And the size is 0. So it was Curious Technoid really a better idea to use the size.
Yep.
Thank you very much. Okay. So T.
Oh,
T.
he's saying we could just do like a next on that loop if unless upload size. No, I mean, right, even before we change the exercise name. So right after you say my upload equals self rec upload file.
This exercise name can be later in any case. This can be here, right? And then right after the upload.
But he's saying skip all this. Just do a next if not upload size.
This. I'm just checking that the upload is something. Maybe I don't need it. We can.
It's just another way to write the same thing. It's just another way to write the same thing. Since your loop just ends in an if, you can do a next on that condition.
That's what you're saying.
Yep.
Yeah. I just don't like unless because
Okay, so say next if not.
I always have to translate that for myself to if not. But let's do this. Okay. And the 2 lines above is just a question whether we want to log this thing or not.
Yeah, that's up to you. If you still want to log.
Yeah, I for now I log it, but probably I will remove all this logging later on. It's much more useful now. Later on, probably I won't really need that. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay. Test. So we are uploading the form. The upload form now needs to be file name and also needs to have
What are you asking about?
Oh, here it's upload. This is the incorrect, right? This upload.
Right.
This upload.
It's no longer called upload. It's called.
No, it's name of one of the test files, one of the exercise files.
Yep.
So let's say hello world.pl. Okay. And here too. And later on we'll have to test.
Later on, we're going to have to, well, or read it from the course config.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it make more sense to read it from the course config rather than hard code it?
You're right. Where is the course config?
It's $course config. Right now, we're just doing $course config 0 for the first course.
Okay. What is this?
It's going to be course. It's going to be course config exercises. Course config 0 exercises files.
No, 0.
Files 0 or exercises 0 files 0. Data structures. Exercises 0 files 0.
Okay. And here too. And then
are we going to set the file name, or are we just going to call it baz.txt?
It doesn't matter.
Well, it does if we're going to end up checking the, we don't care what the file name they set is. Okay, that's fine.
We disregard it. What we have here, on the other hand, is this, that here
now we have to get all that from the course config as well.
So this is okay. This is this.
And then it's inside of a directory for the exercise URL, but translated. Oh, we're just going to replace exercise URL in the line below with course config 0 exercises 0 URL.
Yeah. This, right?
Yep. At some point, we might want to. We're doing a lot of the same dereferencing over and over again. We might just want to assign that to a variable.
That's what I wanted here, but yeah, okay. Almost. Hello world. I still have a hello here. Why do I have still a hello here?
I don't know. You don't need that anymore.
Okay. Hi, Manish. Thank you for being here. And thank you for your help.
Mm-hmm.
Can't open file. Hello world. No such file. Yeah, 457. This is not right here. I'm missing the exercise name.
We're still not matching the. It's still not matching the page.
Sorry.
It's still throwing in. It's still throwing an error because we're not getting the resulting uploaded page.
But why? Why do we? Where do you find? How do I find the exception here?
Isn't it love?
File. This is line 41. This.
Yeah.
Something with this.
There's got to be a better way to get the exception out of there, other than scrolling through a generated HTML page with the exception. Can't call method name on an undefined value.
41. So upload is undefined for some reason. Well, of course, because we haven't filled that. So next, unless defined upload. So this is because in the test we don't have a read HTML, and the read HTML we're sending in all the other fields. Or this is like, I guess, even if we don't put a file there.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Now it's passing.
Okay.
I would want to try this again. just for fun. And it still works, or it seems at least. Yeah.
Looking better. All right, let's commit this before
it
any
runs
further.
away.
We've got a lot of changes here.
Okay. I'm dead tired.
Oh no. Okay, well, we're almost at the end anyway.
Yeah. And I'm at the end of my day, so it's okay for me.
Okay.
Good. Do we want to do anything else here now, or would we want to file some? Where is it? Some issues to do next?
Sure. What are your ideas? I mean, did we do everything that we put in the to-do?
No, we are not. It's green. I love green.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
can be
you're
the
tired.
next?
You're
Sorry?
I said, yeah, you're tired. You're saying things like, I love green.
I did three. This is the third session for me today. Like 2 hours,
Oh boy.
pretty intensive. Yeah.
You've had a full day.
Yeah, yeah. It was good. It was very productive.
And this isn't even your day job.
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet, but we are getting there.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Right. So the next thing might be to allow the manager, the administrator, to grade the approve or disapprove the exercises.
Okay. By the way, what happens if somebody tries to upload things twice, like we've been doing? It'll overwrite things.
They should overwrite. And one of my ideas is that this whole data directory is actually a Git repository. And after every upload, we just call git add, git commit, git push.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And then if they upload a new version, that's fine. They will have a new version there.
Okay.
And I, on the other hand, will be able to git pull the whole thing. So I won't, I will have everything on my file system with a git pull.
That's true. Okay. That sounds good.
To
you're going a lot easier on your students. When I went to boot camp, they had us do everything through GitHub. So in addition to learning how to program for some of these, I already knew how to do this, but in addition to knowing how to program, they had to teach everybody how to use Git and GitHub.
I would love to do that. I actually sometimes show them Git when I have time, but I recorded this course that was, so the course that, like, the main course that we are talking about now here is what called the Programming Bootcamp. It's a 5-day course, 9 to 5 each day, including all the exercises. And because of the pandemic, I recorded everything. And in those like 40 hours, basically, I would have the presentation and they had time for exercises. And because of the pandemic, I recorded everything and said, okay, I will have the recording. And the recording is more than 30 hours because I had more time. So instead of short, cutting all kind of edges and saying, okay, now we don't go over this because we don't have time for this, I went into more details. So now they have recording of, I think, 30 something hours. They still don't have more time officially for the course. And they still need to do the exercises. And actually, since then, what I did is I asked the students, or at least some of them, after they do the project, so at the end of the course, they have a project that they can pick whatever they want to do after getting some approval from me, but basically anything that they are interested in. So some of them, they do real nice data analysis on their data in their research. And some of them created games. But after that, I asked them if they are ready to record it. And with two, we recorded a session when I explained them how they upload everything to GitHub.
Okay.
So I have these two videos, one of them in English and one of them is in Hebrew. And actually now I also have one in Spanish because I worked with someone doing it in Spanish. So they can actually do that and use that. And maybe that would be a better idea, but I'm not sure. And I would get like 1,000 pull requests.
Right.
Or they will have their own repository.
Yeah, that's what in my boot camp they ended up doing. Everybody had their own accounts or in their own repository. We would pull from the main course's repository, and I don't think we did. Did we do? I forget if we did PRs into the main repository or not. We might have. We might have just submitted links to things in our particular repo.
Yeah, that's also a possibility. I'm not sure.
It's a little bit more to ask to get somebody to learn Git as well as programming from scratch. Although they're going to have to learn eventually.
Yeah, and I actually really recommend them to use version control. And I try to teach them, but well, we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. Well, we'll have to think that so we created the upload part. In light of our discussion now, maybe what we'll do at the end is that we'll only have the management part and they upload the files via GitHub.
Yeah, sure. Are you saying the admin part would just, well, we'll envision that later. I don't.
Yeah, I don't know, whatever. Just I'm saying that, well, I'm open to improvements for the whole idea.
Okay. You know, it's entirely up to you as far as what you're comfortable with, what you think that your students will accept. That's you know better than me.
That's not much. I mean, I don't need know much. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Anyway, great. Stop sharing. Thank you very much. It was, I think, great. I really enjoyed it, and thank you for all the other people who were helping us. That was a lot of help. So now we are having a one week break, or how? When is the next time? So by that time, we are fully expecting several pull requests implementing all the other features, and then we can just right.
That's right. Everybody who watched is going to solve all of our problems for us and give us all the pull requests, and all we'll have to do is approve them.
Yeah, you when I don't know when I started the Padre project, the Perl ID, and I remember I wrote something that was slightly less powerful than Notepad, and then I went to a conference. I think it was in Denmark, and I gave a presentation. I listed like all the features an IDE has, and said Padre has this, or at least will have, if you write it.
Right.
And people started to come and started to join, so that was really nice. But that was basically the idea. And basically what I did is I started many features, implemented totally badly, well, to my best capabilities, but it was still totally badly. And so it wasn't on purpose bad. It was just like, oh, I just want to make something that, and then people came and fixed that. So that was really nice.
So all you have to do is find people who are interested enough, and who, if this scratches a particular itch of theirs.
Yeah. Anyway, really thank you very much, and see you next week. And I hope that to see everyone else next week.
See you next week.
Bye bye.